We have details of these and more stories coming your way. The bulletin is also live on DSTV channel 279. You can join us with your thoughts and comments on Facebook, where the news is streaming at TV3 Ghana. The Speaker of Parliament has referred recommendations of the ad hoc committee investigating the IGP leak tape to President Akufo-Addo for further actions. Investigations by the Speaker, Babin committee included that there was an attempt by COP Mensa, Superintendent Asare and Superintendent Jebi to conspire and cause the removal of the IGP, for which the officers solicited the assistance of Chief Bugri Nabu to have the President act at that regard. Parliament approved the report and referred it to the President. Take a look.
You have concluded the debate. I now put the question. Those in favor of the adoption of the report of the Special Committee of Inquiry, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The report is accordingly adopted. I can only direct that the clerk to Parliament should make available a copy of this report, which has just been adopted by the House, to His Excellency the President as Chairman of the Police Council for any further action they deem necessary.
This is your best spot for the election 2024. Welcome to your Election Command Center. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's running mate, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, has justified his claims that no Ghanaian president has ever worked as effectively as President Akufo-Addo. The comment, initially made at the official unveiling, has generated heated public discussions, but the Menchia South MP is not backing down.
Eba ye yasin kropo bi se wani so ade mesi akolai mechichi no ofie ma hunu sa de enti na ne ye ka sa de ye ka no media mesa wuti sentisa e ma ne nye ho.
The Asantehene Otumfo said to the second, advising Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. The Menchia South legislator shortly mounted the podium at the Jubilee Park to deliver his very first address as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's running mate. It was not without controversy. He forcefully stated that no president had worked harder than Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Messi since 1957, back in mo famo Kwame Nkrumah no, mo famo Obia di wa abadi mampanya, wa boga na ho ban, e di Ghana kola nim China Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
This comment has been criticized. Here are the views of some Ghanaians.
I think he could have said something better than this. And I feel with what he has said, with the first impression he has given Ghanaians, is going to give Ghanaians some doubts.
I don't really call it arrogant. I call it disrespect to Ghanaians.
On the platform, he even said that it's not even good.
How can you compare Nana Addo, MPP government, to Kwame Nkrumah? It doesn't make sense at all.
Political marketing strategist Professor Kobi Mensah says the comment was unnecessary.
It is unfortunate that, the eminent, king would give you an advice and say that you were trained in this palace and that's not who you are, and just some few minutes actually prove him wrong. I think it's very, very unfortunate. He had actually disrespected the king.
But Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, barely 24 hours later, has repeated the comment. He maintains politicians are hailed for peddling falsehoods and that he simply told the truth.
They have misinterpreted what I said. I said since 1957, no government has worked more than Nana Akufo-Addo. In our politics, if you speak the truth, they say you are ungrateful. If you tell lies, you are praised. I am your child. You did not train me to be untruthful or a coward.
It is unclear whether this will put the matter to rest.
He stands by his words, but chairperson of the independent committee of the CPP wing, Commander retired Patrick Sogbojo, says that Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh must retract and apologize to the party and the family of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
I don't want the single independent issue. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was acclaimed as the man of the millennium, not from Ghana alone, the whole world. I chose what he did politically, economically, and socially. Now let's see how to do the argument. I come down with that the Kwame Nkrumah, it's a mentor. The whole country is complaining. It's only teaching. The Nkrumah belongs to Ghana, not only CPP. And you have some, commendations or what they call for more alongside. The people calling and giving their opinion are not CPP members. It's the general cry that he did not speak well, and that's acceptable. Well, you see, the CPP is not holding the party NPP to any task. We are holding the one who made a statement.
In a related development, spokesperson for Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Fifi Boafo, says the words of the NPP running mate have been taken out of context and that he has done nothing wrong.
I am saying that Dr. Prempeh made a statement. His statement is that he did not intend disrespecting our former president. His statement rather has to do with a comparison of the performance of the two governments. Of all other governments, not specifically the two governments, i.e. the Nkrumah government and the Akufo-Addo government. So it is not disrespectful to tout the performance of a government which Dr. Prempeh is a member. I have not in any way in this interview said I did not find anything wrong or otherwise. That is not the comment I have made. I am only clarifying the point that, yes, he respects our former president. What he said may not have come out clearly, and it's a statement I am clarifying to you.
A recent survey by the Department of Statistics and Actuarial Science at the University of Ghana predicts a victory for the opposition NDC in the December 7 elections. The survey also forecasts the NDC winning a majority of seats in Parliament. Ezekiel Norte, an associate professor in the department, explains that these results are based on analysis of election data from the 2016 and 2020 general elections.
As Ghana gears up for the 2024 elections, the political atmosphere is charged with anticipation and tension. Election researchers have been on a quest using scientific data to predict who wins and who loses on December 7. For the two main parties, the NDC and NPP, the stakes are high. The NPP is aiming to secure a historic third consecutive term, while the NDC is determined to avoid a third straight defeat. Associate Professor at the Department of Statistics at the University of Ghana, Ezekiel Norte, says the opposition NDC stands a higher chance of winning the polls despite the possibility of a runoff.
Nationally, NDC and NPP are likely to obtain 49.64% and 48.89%. This will throw the election into a second round. However, there is a caveat there. When I add 0.57 to 49.64, NDC's confidence bound crosses the threshold. It means that they could possibly win in the first round.
He expects the NPP to win at least 6 regions, with the NDC tipped to get the most votes in the remaining 10.
It is estimated that NDC is likely to win 10 regions: Western North, Greater Accra, Volta, Oti, Bono East, Savannah, Northern, Upper East, and Upper West. Whereas NPP is estimated to likely win 6 regions, namely Central, Eastern, Ashanti, Ahafo, Bono, and Northeast.
On the parliamentary front, the NDC is tipped to win majority of seats in parliament.
We are likely to see NDC gathering majority of the seats, 146, against MPP 129.
With the major parties campaigning vigorously, the final result will hinge on voter turnout and preferences on election day. Noble Crosbyan and TV3 News, Accra.
Away from your election command center, we talk education now. Academic activities at the various public colleges of education have come to a halt as the strike of Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana (CTAG) nears day 21. With no resolution in sight, students are left in limbo and continue to face the challenges and uncertainties brought by the prolonged strike.
Currently at the Accra College of Education, and so far the only thing that is making the place bustling enough are the BEC students who are here to write the exams. But apart from that, the college students themselves, most of them have left to the house, as I've been told, and there are some we met at the library studying, and they tell me that they know they have exams to write, and so regardless of the strike that is happening for about 18 days now, they still want to learn.
The strike is really affecting us negatively because there is no teaching and learning on campus. It's we the students that are just learning on our own, because looking at the academic calendar, we're supposed to start our exams, that will be next month.
This strike has really caused us a lot because the teachers has to come and then teach us things that we don't understand, but we have to also stay on campus to learn, because at the end of the day we have an exam to write.
Lessons started only on the first week, and since then we've been in school for almost 4 weeks or 5 weeks now. No lectures around, nothing. We are just learning on our own. Some are gone home. You can see that there aren't a lot of people around.
Most of us are struggling with some things we don't understand, and we have to learn it by ourselves. So we are pleading to the government to help us listen to our lecturers and provide all their needs to them, so that we can also help ourselves learn and achieve our aims.
The Student Representative Council SRC President of the Accra College of Education, Richmond Eji, says the prolonged strike has increased accommodation cost for the level 400 students.
Some of the level 300 assisting them to take their studies in the lecture halls. As I speak, we are having challenges with our food. You know, we are on campus, and then even the food we are eating is not enough for the students. And so we are spending money budgeted for the semester. We had a policy where level 400 were expected to be outside the campus, where 100s to 300s will be lodged on campus. Now that the strike is on, it means that the month for our rent will be increased somewhere maybe October or November. So it's actually incurring a cost on the level 400s.
CTAG embarked on strike on Friday, June 14, over what members say is the government's failure to implement the National Labour Commission NLC's arbitral award orders and negotiated service conditions. According to the president of CTAG, a recent meeting with government stakeholders failed to reach a consensus. They now await a court hearing on July 18, where the government must provide evidence of compliance. He added that the court proceedings will determine the way forward. As students bear the brunt of this strike, CTAG members remain resolute in their cause, urging the government to act promptly.
A report there by Safwa Duboahen. The Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOGSAG, has for the second time failed to appear before the National Labour Commission, NLC. Meanwhile, the NLC has granted additional 1 week for CLOGSAG and government to resolve their grievances. That's more.
The leadership of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOGSAG, was not present at the National Labour Commission, NLC, for the second time. Last week, The leadership of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association, Ghana, CLOGSAG, cited the fact that the NLC is not properly constituted. The government side, led by a representative from the Ministry of Employment and Labour Relations, appeared before the Commission on Wednesday, July 10. Daniel Esiedu, who is a lawyer for the Ministry of Employment and Labour Relations, impressed on the Commission for an extension of time for government to engage with CLOGSAG.
We are engaging them because we are engaging them. They will come next week. They will come next week.
The Director of Human Resources at Labour Commission, Dr. Bernice Welbeck, said the Commission agreed to grant the extension based on the commitment by government to resolve the grievances.
The issue is that the respondent came, that is government, the employer, and said that the matter that is before the Commission, the parties are engaging over it towards settlement, and so that is that.
She again emphasized that the Commission will await for the parties' reports after its engagement.
There are two parties in a dispute, and if they have agreed to talk and they are talking and they need time to settle, that I don't think there's anything wrong with it, because after all, at the end result is that there should be settlement.
CLOGSAG is demanding the implementation of its new salary structure agreed on with government.
The minority in Parliament say they cannot understand why government will be asking Parliament to approve $250 million at a time when it is asking its debtors to forgive or postpone the repayment of its debts. Former Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu has justified the loan, noting it is for Ghana and its financial stability project.
To the heart of almost every problem we have currently as a country. Over borrowing. When we have borrowed up to our neck, we can't pay. We are going around the world begging everybody to forgive us our loans. At the same time, we are borrowing more. We have gone everywhere. China was last week borrowing, telling China that forgive us part of what we borrowed. And then on Wednesday morning, you are borrowing more. How do you solve your borrowing problem by borrowing more? I don't get it. And I'm saying that the finance minister better answer that question. Don't take that responsibility, because it's a dangerous trap for you. In fact, once upon a time you presented a budget here. That year was better. The year that the finance minister came, things went bad. But they could have made you a finance minister. They refused not to. They refused to make you a finance minister. Don't take up the responsibility of borrowing extra money to, hurt the economy.
$250 million facility is a financing agreement between the government of Ghana and the IDA, the International Development Association of the World Bank Group. And Speaker, it is for Ghana's financial stability project. Speaker, it's a critical note in the restructuring that government has embarked on. And that agreement, the discussion with the World Bank IMF group, preparatory to where we are today, was really, it was, Mr. Speaker, so it was part of the discourse that we engaged in. So that is what we're supposed to do, to solidify the platform for us.
We bring an end to today's edition of the Morning News here on TV3. My name is Godwin Asilva. There's more news if you log on to www.3news.com. New Day continues shortly. Do stay with us and have a good day. See you soon. Bye.